and then this little like I don't know, what do you call that? A little dog ear that like kind of hooks into the little cog.
It's a pawl.
A pawl?
I think so. P-A-W-L.
So what you want to do is you want to just kind of
Basically
pull
like a
this. I'm kind of
ratchet.
exaggerating, but you pull the wrench this way, and it will loosen this so that you can.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a
Release
ratchet.
that. Yeah. And a pawl.
Pawl.
And then you can unroll this. And then there's a stack of paper under here and these two longer draw sheets.
We have draw sheets in my. Didn't you give me some before?
Probably.
Yeah, I think I have some.
So you want to roll this all, you're going to kind of hold it all together and roll it back. And for my purposes, I'm just going to put this here so I don't.
So when would we want to change that?
So you would want to change the packing when you want to change the amount of pressure that you're applying to your form.
Okay.
And so, like, remember when I said the mark of a good printer was like no impression?
Okay.
Like back in the day,
Mm-hmm.
like in your newspaper and you're printing on both sides, you'd want just a kiss impression because you wouldn't want it punching through.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that was really the mark of a good printer. And it's much harder to do. Like anybody can jam it in.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, we have. It's the same size, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, you pretty much want to leave the this acetate in there. Do you have more?
Oh.
Oh yeah, right here.
Oh, okay. We have.
Perfect. Okay, so you want to leave. There's some sheets in here, more packing material, but now in modern day, people like to have more impression. So by adding more paper, almost like when I was printing that and I put an extra sheet behind it, that's kind of a test to see, is that going to improve my print? Is that going to make it the way that I want it to be? Once you've confirmed, like we know, one sheet is not enough. But you'll get much more accurate printing if you're just printing a single sheet, not like stacking papers. So you can change this so that it's the way that you need it to be. So
There are two different kinds.
So this is a draw sheet. Oh, this is a draw sheet too.
Right?
Yeah, I feel like I brought this.
I think you.
This one looks really familiar to me.
Maybe this is.
Maybe those came with the press.
Maybe the.
Here,
Yeah.
let's use one of these.
Okay.
So, oops. So there's a little number on here, and it's 070 in here.
070. What do you mean?
So see how it's stamped in there? 070. This
Oh.
is the undercut.
Undercut means.
So this rail here
Yeah.
coordinates here, and then this rail is type high, right? Like everything is.
Ooh, right.
So it's undercut so that you can pack it with the appropriate amount of material.
It's just a little bit low, so it's 0.07 inches lower than type high, but then you repack it
Oh, I
to
see. I
get
it.
back up to type high with paper.
With your paper.
With
So
paper.
This gap here is that you are saying 0.
Yeah, the difference between this metal, See how
Uh-huh,
this
yeah,
is
yeah,
lower
uh-huh.
than this rail?
Uh-huh.
So on this side you can see how the metal is lower than this metal? It steps down
Uh-huh.
where this packing goes. Do you see?
That's the
Undercut.
it's called undercut. Okay, that's
This-
interesting term.
Yeah.
Undercut.
So this is
Yeah.
the undercut. And so then you can look at this material is 0.6 or 6 points.
Oh,
So
6 points, which
so
is the
we'll-
same as 0.06?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Oh.
6, 7, 8, 9,
Oh, no.
and a 7. So 6 times 9.
6 times 9 is 54.
Yeah, yeah,
Is that true? Did I count right?
yeah. 54.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, plus.
Plus the
Plus
acetate.
So this.
0.3, 0.5. I think it's same one, so it's 0.
So. So
5.
So it's probably about, might be a little over 60. Is that true?
No, 60, right?
And you're trying to get to 70.
So I'm adding another sheet.
So can you say repeat again? What's the thickness of the each draw sheet?
Is 6.
6.
Although some of this is
Point
unknown.
must
to
be
me.
0.006.
Yeah, it's a
Point-
1,000
Yeah, 6 thousandths. Yeah.
of an inch. And just for perspective, copy paper is 4 thousandths
Okay.
of an inch.
Yeah. 0.004
Yeah.
Hold on. 0.004 is
for copy paper.
So this is slightly just a
This is-
50%
Yeah.
heavier.
Yeah.
Not
0.006.
So now I
Isn't that-
have 10 plus the acetate.
So that's 60 something,
Yeah.
whatever the acetate is.
Yeah.
If it's
So,
also
and then our paper
6.
is not very thick that
Yeah.
we're working with.
Yeah.
And we can actually figure out how thick it is. Like coming back, this is another way that it's cool. This little guy. So we can come back here.
Oh, yeah, sure. Is it that sensitive?
Oh yeah. Sometimes it sticks though.
Yeah,
There we go.
because it's analog.
Okay, so this is
Well, how you can-
9 thousandths.
9,000.
9,000. Can you 9,000? Oh, I see.
According to the German precision engineered, recently calibrated tool.
Yeah, here we go. Let's try again. Oops. 8. 8.
8,000?
8 thousandths is this paper. So let's measure this one. Because this, I was like, this is kind of a strange one to me.
So it's worth 2 sheets of copier paper,
Yeah.
right? Double.
Yeah, so this is a 6. It's just like a little tiny bit thinner, but that's okay. And this, the packing sheet, the Timpin paper, is, it's oiled and compressed, so it's really dense. So it's not like the same as using this or like newsprint paper because it will compact more and it won't kind of hold the.
So we would use the special sheets here.
Yeah, and there's some in the drawer here, extra sheets. But I think it would be great,
I
you know,
mean,
we could,
mostly you don't need to do this.
yeah. I think what we'll do is we'll set up like a standard, like
How many draw sheets?
And then we'll have them like set aside, like we can even roll them up and be like, this is the packing that you're gonna use for linoleum cuts, printing with BFK Reeves.
Yeah, but wow. So each time we have to be so specific, like.
Well, you can also,
We can,
you can change it because we're learning how to change it so that
but I
if,
think for some of the students, it would be nice to have like some standards, like, okay, this I can use for BFK Reeves, or, you know, I don't know, what are, you know the papers you're usually,
Like for example, Strathmore, for
Yeah.
example.
yeah, so you might have some, you know, list a few papers that are often used in the studio, so then the students don't have to think about it, they're like, okay,
Automatically telling you how many. So you
yeah,
can
or we
just,
can make notes like, okay,
Right.
you know, if you're printing with Strathmore, you need to have 10 sheets of this, because it's hard, you know, they may not want to get into the math and remember
Right.
of all this.
It would be nice to have a little note here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so once you've got your paper in there, you're gonna turn,
Yeah, that sound.
and you want to make sure it's not going over the rail, right? Like you don't want it to be like that.
Right, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're keeping it kind of level. And I usually will kind of use myself to like hold this, so it's not
the
rotating.
handle, yeah.
Yeah. And then.
That part is again a little bit intimidating if nobody's supervising. Just going like that.
So this is not
Yeah.
good.
So,
Oh, this is way
yeah,
too
and
much,
it's
yes.
a little off. It doesn't
yeah.
look straight.
It's not straight. So, but this is good because I want you to see what you don't want.
Right.
Like this is tight and this is bubbled.
Oh, there's a differences.
Yeah,
So this. Oh, I see.
it's not
Oh.
even.
It's slightly angled.
Yeah, exactly. So now I just shifted it and now feel it.
Better.
Yeah, and now it's more centered and straight
Yeah.
on this end.
Yeah.
Oh.
Pass me the wrench, yes. So then you'll use the wrench to kind of pull this tight. Sometimes you need to give a couple rotations, and then you're gonna like,
At this point, there's no acetate.
there is acetate.
Acetate here and acetate is here too. No acetate.
Well, it's
It's
So,
underneath. It's underneath
I
here.
set this up this way. I think it works better. A lot, like at the Center for the Book, they have just the acetate. And I think even in my studio,
So
They
when
would
acetate
notice.
just stops here.
no, the acetate goes all the way, but I'm using a full draw sheet also of paper. So
Huh.
this, I'm using 2 draw sheets here, one that's acetate and one that's paper. Because the paper holds better than just having the acetate likes to slip around a lot.
Yeah, I don't
So-
like doing this with acetate.
Yeah.
I mean, there's acetate here, but
Well, you have to
This
tape it. You really do have to
Yeah,
tape
this is
it.
kind of the best of all the worlds, I think, is 2.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah,
But, you
yeah,
know.
yeah. I mean,
Oh.
this is not something that I don't. Anyway, we may not futz with this much.
We'll see.
It's the sort of thing that you don't have to futz with unless you decide, oh, geez,
So-
there's not enough packing, and I need a little bit more pressure.
So
Right,
let
but
me
if-
show you.
Students won't be concerned with that.
Kristen, can you pass me a sheet of paper behind you? So I want to show you the difference. Let's see.
Did we add one sheet?
We added 1 sheet.
Yeah. And now you have no packing.
Now I have no packing. But it's still like, you know, I
Right.
mean, I think maybe you might need 2 sheets of packing. So let's see what that looks like.
shall we add one more?
Yeah, we're gonna add 1 more.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna show you another, oops. See, that's why you don't want your rollers down. Oh.
I don't remember why we are having this one like this.
So we're not getting the ink on here.
Oh, I see. That's why. Okay.
The ink from the form.
Right. Right. Oh, but you got the ink from foam. foam blood? Foam.
Well, the sheet got caught in the
I didn't lift
in
the
the flow.
rollers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's in trip. I'm gonna go forward.